When I think locks, like a lock for my OneWheel, I think security. But in reality, a lock is a combination of two things: security and convenience. If security were the biggest concern, then you'd just get the biggest, most secure lock available. You'd even keep your OneWheel locked in a Fort Knox type safe 24/7, armed with a security team to ensure the safety of the OneWheel wherever you went. If convenience were your biggest concern, then maybe a ball of twine or a red ribbon would suffice. It would be cheap, light, and the money you would save would go towards replacing the OneWheel that you had stolen. Of course, the best of both worlds is somewhere in between, something I like to call practicality. I want to go over 3 locks that I've used to keep my OneWheel from walking off on its own. I'll go over their strengths, weaknesses, and overall practicality for the OneWheel. First, I'll start off with the cable lock. Most people are familiar with the cable lock. They're inexpensive, they're flexible, and many have a keyless combination type option. Next, we'll talk about the U-lock. The pro to this is they offer better security than the cable lock, and they work with the OneWheel XR and the OneWheel Plus. They're also known for their strength. Next, we have a lock by a company called TiGr, T-I-G-R, for the element titanium and then GR, I think they just made up. This is the TiGr Mini Plus. The benefits to this lock: it's super light. It's made of titanium, almost completely of titanium. It is a very innovative and elegant design. It's thin enough to fit on the Pint and will also lock your XR and your Plus. As far as locking your Pint goes, and we'll show this in just a sec, there are a few locks that will fit on the Pint. This is one of them. And you can see here, it has a very nice locking mechanism. It's very easy to use, and it's just an overall very ingenious and smooth, slick design. It feels very well constructed. That being said, there's no lock that can withstand an attack by a motivated and experienced thief. And so, in the end, I'm going to talk about a few techniques that you can use to keep your OneWheel as safe as possible when out and about. For experimentation purposes, I'll be using my OneWheel Pint. Note that all 3 of these locks will work on your Plus or XR. As far as your Pint goes, don't ever use the mag handle as your main locking position on your Pint. That thing is way too easy to cut through. It's just a thin piece of plastic. So I would turn the OneWheel to the other side where you don't have the mag handle, and note how thin that area is between the tire and the fender delete. There's not much room. And because there's not much room, not all locks will fit. Here is the cable lock. The cable lock will fit. However, cable locks offer very little protection. They're notoriously insecure and can be cut with just using hand shears by casual thieves. So in summary, some types of cable locks will work with a Pint. However, cable locks in general are not recommended due to the ease of breaking into. Now for the U-lock. Here I have the smallest U-lock on the market, the Kryptonite Evolution Light Mini 6. It's a strong lock. It's recommended by the Float Life Jeff McCosker. It's what he uses to lock his OneWheels. And if it works for him, and it's good enough for him, it's good enough for me. Unfortunately, it does not fit on the Pint. Here, I tried and tried. Many different angles, many different orientations, and I couldn't get it to fit in between that really narrow area between the tire and the fender delete. In summary, this lock is highly recommended if you have a OneWheel XR or a OneWheel Plus, but I have yet to find a good U-lock that works for the OneWheel Pint. If you know of one, let me know about it in the comments below. The final lock I'll be testing is the TiGr Mini Plus. This is made almost completely of titanium, so it's super light. It's innovative, it has a very elegant design, and best of all, it's thin enough to fit on the Pint. You can see here, as I'm slipping it through between the tire and the rail, it fits very nicely. And then you can kind of turn it just like so and manipulate it as you need so that you can lock it depending on the situation that you find yourself in. Now the cons to this lock, it can be pricey. It's over $100. You're paying for the nice design and the premium titanium material. But this lock, it can also be cut with the right type of bolt cutters. In summary, this is the best option for locking up your Pint that I've found to date. It's much better, much safer than the cable lock. While it's not as strong as maybe some of the other locks found on the market, The advantage this lock has is that it fits. It's a blend of both security and convenience, and thus it is practical, if you recall the Venn diagram I started this discussion with. In summary, this is the best option for locking up your pint that I've found to date. There is no lock that can withstand a motivated attack by an experienced thief. That being said, there are techniques to help you keep your OneWheel safe while out in public. And I'm going to go over those here in just a sec. It doesn't matter if you're a member of the Float Life team competing to win OneWheel races at Race for the Rail or Float Life Fest, or if you're just a casual weekend rider, the OneWheel is important to you, mainly because it's expensive, but also because it's awesome. So having your OneWheel stolen sucks. These are general tips to keep your OneWheel secure. The tips do not apply to everyone, nor will they apply to all situations, but I do feel that they will provide guidance to minimize your chance of theft. Tip number 1, know your serial number. Snap a picture of it. It's on the bottom of your rail. It's going to come in handy if your OneWheel ever gets stolen and you need to prove that it belongs to you. Tip number 2, never leave your OneWheel unattended. Never. Always keep it by your side day and night. I'm partly joking here, I'm partly not. When keeping the OneWheel by your side all the time is not practical, then tip number 3 will help. Use a safe and reliable lock. We talked about the different lock options earlier, but in addition to the lock, use common sense. Never leave your OneWheel unattended in an unfamiliar or high-risk area. Always keep your OneWheel in your line of sight or under supervision of someone that you trust. Never lock your OneWheel overnight in a strange area, mainly because you can no longer watch it. Tip number 4, keep it secure in a well-lit area with high foot traffic. Thieves are less likely to pull out big bolt cutters or a hacksaw if people are watching. Tip number 5, in addition to using a secure lock, consider covering the OneWheel. Out of sight, out of mind. I like to cover my OneWheel with a beach towel when I'm at the beach. When I'm at a hotel, oftentimes I'll put the OneWheel in a duffel bag or cover it with a pillowcase. When I'm out camping, I like to cover it with a garbage bag, which keeps it out of sight, out of mind, and also helps to keep it from getting wet if it were to rain. If thieves can't see the OneWheel, they're much less likely to be tempted to try to steal it. Good OneWheel security is a combination of being smart about what you do with your OneWheel when you're not riding it. Location, common sense, and a good lock all play important roles during the times you need to leave your OneWheel unattended. Follow the tips and consider getting a good lock that works for you to help keep your OneWheel from getting stolen. If you've gotten this far in the video, it's either because you've left your device and this video is playing to an empty room, or you're really interested in OneWheel security. The good people at TiGr Lock have agreed to sponsor a giveaway to one lucky Jimmy Chang subscriber. To enter, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, give the video a thumbs up, and leave a comment about how the TiGr Lock will change your OneWheel experience. Also make sure to include hashtag TiGr Lock. Good luck, and thanks for watching.